Alrighty, time for my Valentine and Serenity Wheeler. Now, unfortunately, Serenity doesn't have a picture image. She is not a duelable character in this game, which is kind of a shame. I wish we could have a Yu-Gi-Oh game where, just every character is in it, and every card as well. And every card, including Zone Eater, Swordsman from a Distant Land, and Steel Scorpion as well, and Spirit Elimination, even though that card is pretty useless. Soul of the Pura kicks off Serenity's opening move. Be very interesting to see how Serenity goes. Now, her deck is made up of her main cards that she used in the Battle City Virtual Arc. There is still some of those animal cards that will go with Serenity's kind of personality, as well as there's a couple of fairies in there, there's a couple of spellcasters. Cards that Serenity, if she was flicking through and just looking at the pictures, would be that's a card that I could, relate with, as Witch of the Black Forest has been destroyed. It will allow Serenity to draw a 1500 or less defense from her deck, and it is the Dark Lord Marie, or Marie the Fallen One, as we also know it to be. So Mai's got Birdface on the field at 1600. Serenity. Wait, does Mai have Blue-Winged Crown and... Isn't Blue-Winged Crown and Niratori the fusion for Punished Eagle? If that's right, because that's the fusion that's in Mai's fusion pile, is Punished Eagle. So Mai's deck... okay, so let's start with Mai's deck. Mai's deck has been built around Harpies, basic Harpy. Rush Recklessly. 2150 for Hibikim, which is a fusion material for Aqua Dragon, which is in Serenity's pile. She's also got Goddess with the Third Eye. That replaces Zone Eaters, and Zone Eater's not actually in this game. And it's part of the fusion material for Aqua Dragon. Mai has pulled a Harpy Lady. So Mai's deck has got her Harpy Lady. She's got her Harpy's Pet Dragon. She's got her Harpy's Girl. But the thing with Mai's deck is her Harpy deck was very powerful if she drew the Harpy Ladies, and she had so many equip cards. We've reduced the amount of equip cards that she used to have in the last tournament, given her the usual shared cards as well that all the duelists are using for functionality and comeback methods, so they're just not getting creamed, because whoever would get the strongest monster out first would win if they didn't have them. Otherwise, Mai's deck has been built out of winged beasts, which is, so basically we've covered at what would have been this stage of Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost every type. That's why Axel Brody was brought in to cover the fire or the pyro types. So we are covering, you will see every type of monster in this. You will see winged beasts, you will see fiends, you'll see spellcasters, warriors, dragons. You'll see them all besides psychics. I think there might be one psychic. I think there might be one in Jaden's deck. It's like a 1600 attack, 0 defense, normal monster. Something by the World Chalice, I think it's called. Watchdog is destroyed. It's a dummy defense for Serenity, but I would picture Serenity being the one that kind of, she says, "Oh, dog, I like that card." But she's staring down a lot of attack power here. Don't be fooled though, Serenity's deck is actually really good. If she can get Dark Lord Marie into the graveyard, and then she's got the Forgiving Maiden as well, that's a 2000 defense. If she can hold the opponent, she can actually draw some life points, as Mai has flipped Shadow of Eyes, and it's just caught Aquamador. So Mai's got Crow Goblin as well. There's Monster Reborn. Mai, in other Yu-Gi-Oh games, her deck is typically made out of winged beasts. Mai was absolutely horrible to duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. If you started on Team Kyber, you would only have one path to follow, and in the third duel you would run into Mai Valentine, and she would absolutely obliterate you, because you've still got pretty much a starter deck, as Punished Eagle goes in for the attack at 2100. It's a card that we don't see very often, and I like that we're seeing it here in this Duelist Kingdom competitive season. But for those who haven't played Duelist of the Roses, Mai was the third opponent if you went with Kyber's side, which was the Yorkists and the Lancastrians, but I don't remember which one was which for the red rose and the white rose. I think the Yorkists were the white rose. Well, the opening match here for Serenity has ended in quick defeat. Mai did draw very good cards though. She did draw her good winged beasts and she did get her punished eagle. Too much for Serenity, but we will flip the perspective on this one. We'll look at Serenity's deck as it's in play. So the starter decks on Duelists of the Roses. Duelists of the Roses was a very unique Yu-Gi-Oh game, and it definitely needs like an update or a revamp or something. There's never been another Yu-Gi-Oh game like it. It's like a is it 8x8 or 10x10? I think it's 8x8. It's like a grid, almost like a chess game of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's great fun. Alright, second match. It's not a bad starting hand. Spirit of the Harp is available at 2000 defense. Face down defense from Mai. So Mai's picked up the first win. There's Queen's double. Bit of a tough one here for Serenity. She's got Wabaku. She's also got Thunder of Ruler there. Oh, she hasn't played either one. Keeping her cards concealed, not letting Mai, not revealing too much. Mai goes with a face down spell or trap and make that another one. I wonder what her face down defense would be. There's Harpy Lady, Mai's classic combo, Cyber Shield and Harpy Lady. So in the old tournament, Mai had 3 Cyber Shields. She's only got 1 this time. She's also got a Gust Fan and a Follow Wind as well for her equips. So she's got about the same amount of equip cards. She hasn't really got the most. She hasn't got the least amount of equip cards, but she hasn't got like a stupid amount like she did last time. So Mai would have to play more tactically. But she's used Cyber Shield on her Harpy Lady. It's got to 1800, which is pretty good. She'd be happy with that. But 2000 defense is holding the field here. So Kanan the Swords Mistress. 14. Okay, she's going to go after Dark Bat. So Dark Bat is a winged beast as well. Kind of looks more like something that the Harpies would eat for lunch. The Dark Bat, but it's still a winged beast. So when it came to Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3, if anyone's wondering, we did consider them. However, we ended up just going with the original because it's more true to the era. But also, if we put in Harpy Lady, is it number 1? It's the one that increases all wind types by 300. Mai's entire deck is almost all wind monsters. So if she draws out Harpy Lady, she gets a massive advantage. So we decided to just keep it to the regular Harpies because getting 300 points buffer like that is actually quite rad for this kind of era. So she does have Harpy's Hunting Ground though, which is a big advantage if she does draw at 200 for her Harpies. But it's only her Harpies, it's not her winged beasts, not like Mountains effect would be. And because of the way Harpy's Hunting Ground works, that is back rank removal as well. Very powerful in the Duelist Kingdom era, but it's very it's unlikely that Mai would draw that combo. But if she does, she'll play it and she will probably do a lot of damage to the opponent. But it's very true to Mai's character to have Harpy's Hunting Ground available. Serenity putting up a good fight though.'s got real defense here. She's used Thunder of Ruler, so Mai's battle phase is going to be skipped. But with an 1800 of a Harpy Lady, both players are just kind of stalemating here. Serenity's ahead on life points. There's Mystical Elf. It's another 2000 defense. Serenity just needs a little bit of strength. If she had anything for that beautiful beast trainer, Mask of Weakness or Rush Recklessly, for example, to get beautiful beast trainer just that little bit stronger to knock out that harpy lady. But Maya's 1800 attack is still looking good here. Or even Kanan the Swords Mistress at 14. The Rush Recklessly would put that to 2100. Serenity is open to attack now. Spirit of the Books, winged beast type as well. Spirit of the Books and another monster called Buku. They go together in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. They power each other up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses also had unique effects for that game as well. Doriado's destroyed as well, which it's a bit of a... I don't remember ever seeing Doriado in the anime. It probably was in the anime at some point. Probably in GX at least. Now, okay, Serenity has drawn Rush Recklessly. So 1750, that'll be 2450 altogether, unless Mai has something to block it. It's equipped onto Beautiful Beast Trainer. Well, as long as Serenity doesn't use her own Magic Jammer on it, but... No, there was a prompt of something, but 2450. It is the strength of Sword Hunter, for example. Sword Hunter's very good for this era as well. It gains 200 attack. Oh, Mirror Wall. Okay. It has halved the attack of Beautiful Beast Trainer. Mai has protected her Harpy Lady. Now, Mirror Wall requires 2,000 life points to keep on the field. It's very, very expensive. So Mirror Wall will prompt, okay, Mai has not elected to keep it on the field. 2,000 life points to keep that on. Oh, and Follow Wind. Oh, no, Serenity, she does. She has Magic Jammer. And she's played it down. Follow Wind is destroyed, and Serenity will keep the defense here at 2,000. Spirit of the Harp is hanging on for all the life here. If Serenity did not have that Spirit of the Harp, this match would probably be over already. Scroll of Bewitchment has just been drawn. It was a card that Serenity had. It's, I don't know how much effect that card is really going to be able to have, but it can be useful in some sense in this Duelist Kingdom tournament. For example, well, think of it like this. If Mai did have that Harpy Lady 1, she could use that Scroll of Bewitchment to change one of Mai's monsters from being a wind type to something else. And then it would drop the 300 point advantage. That's where that Scroll of Bewitchment comes in. It's not a very common card that gets played, but it can actually be quite effective. It just needs to be under the right circumstances, and those circumstances are actually not very common. But it is also an equip card. There's certain effects that you can do with equip cards, like Maha Velo, for example, would gain 500 points, and you could change it from a dark type to a light type. Now think of the monsters like, I think Milus Radiant might be one of them for earth types, Hosh and Ingen for light types, Starboy for water. So Mako has Starboy. Serenity can use the Scroll of Bewitchment to change Starboy from a water type to something else to drop Starboys, or any other water monster that Mako might have, for example. That's where Scroll of Bewitchment could actually come in useful at some point for Serenity, so I don't mind it being in her deck. Be a hell of a play if she managed to pull that off. Mako's got, he's got Terra King Salmon on the field with Starboy. It's 2,900. Serenity summons Saint Joan and then plays Scroll of Bewitchment to change Terra King Salmon to a wind type, drops the attack by 500 from Starboy, only boosting up water types, and then Wing Weaver destroys the Terra King Salmon. That would be a clutch play. I don't know if we'll ever see it, but if we do, then we must quote this episode. Almost as if I was seeing into the future. 1800 and 1800. You names the Dark Witch on the field. It's a great attacking option for Serenity. Maya has just played the Unfriendly Amazon. It's only a 4-star monster. It's 2000 attack, so it's pretty good. But the Unfriendly Amazon needs to tribute a monster to stay on the field. Oh, and Maya's gone for the attack. Mask of Weakness from Serenity. Great play. That will reduce the Unfriendly Amazon by 700. G-Names will get the win. And Maya's down to 6,550 life points. Serenity at 7,425. That was due to the effect of Mirror Wall halving of 50. 1750 of Beautiful Beast Trainer. Alright, deck to hand. Serenity has gone... Oh, Dark Lord Marie again. It's the same play from the last match. It didn't work in the last match for Serenity, but Dark Lord Marie is it's a 1700, 5 stars though, but if it's in the graveyard, Serenity can pull in life points. The All-Seeing White Tiger, a card that Serenity would find to be very cute. It's a tiger. Although you probably wouldn't go up and poke it with a stick or anything. A tiger like to bite. So 1300. It's staring down another 1300. Is that what Serenity's thinking here? She's gone after the Harpy Lady again. She went after the Unfriendly Amazon last time. It's a bit of a risk. I guess she had to go after the Unfriendly Amazon destroyed itself, but yes, Serenity has to go after the Harpy Lady because if it's on the field, Maya can power that up and get it back over 1800. So Serenity would want to get rid of that Harpy Lady. Harpy Lady can also utilize Elegant Egotist as well. Faithbird has been played. From 1500, that might go after the All-Seeing White Tiger. And it does. There's only one... There's Hysteric Sign in Maya's deck, but there's also only one copy of Elegant Egotist and one copy of Harpy Lady Sisters. Too many times we saw it brick Maya's hand. If Maya has a deck built like that, she'll never be able to win a bonus point. She's always going to brick, at least at some point. So that's why we've scaled back that 3 copies of Elegant Egotist and Harpy Lady Sisters, despite that they can be very strong as well. Bricking hands is just no fun. Well, it is absolutely neck and neck. It is anyone's match. And this is what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Evenly fought matches. I mean, the first match was a bit of a whitewash, but this one is neck and neck. Both players have attacking options, but Serenity still holding that Spirit of the Harp on the field. That's been on the field since like almost the first turn or second turn, whoever went. Pretty sure it's the first. Oh no, actually it might have been the second monster that Serenity played. Watapone has been summoned to the field. 1800 of G-Names the Dark Witch still available. And Serenity goes after Harpy Lady again, and this time she's got it. So that gets off Maya's potential to power up Harpy Lady, or even to get Harpy Lady Sisters to the field. Maya does have 3 copies of that OG Harpy Lady though, so we may still see the Harpy Lady Sisters yet. What does she have here? Attack mode with... Oh, Watapone is destroyed. Is that Fiend Refraction? I think it's Fiend Refraction. I think there's 2 of them. Fiend Refraction or Reflection, whatever it is. 1 or 2. No, it's Refraction, isn't it? I'd have to see the card, but I'm sure it's not actually Reflection like it thinks. I think it says it's Refraction. But there's 1 and 2 of it. It's like Darkfire Soldier. There's 1 and 2 of Darkfire Soldier. There's 1 and 2 of Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. M-Warrior 1 and 2, which are the fusions for Carbonala Warrior. Oh, there we go. Spirit of the Harp is finally gone. Tributed for Dark Lord Marie. Goes in for the attack. And gets a win. It's another 400 points off Maya. She's down to 6250, although I think one day of piece or something may have been played. Something, I don't think Maya's life points dropped there unless I'm just going mad. At 1700 on the field, it's, oh, there's Takui. It's 1450. Maya must have something here. It is a rush recklessly. And this is what we're talking about. Weak monsters suddenly become good, but only for a turn. Niwatori also flipped up. Winged Beast, and Niwatori is the card that the players needed to get hold of in the Big 5 game. Legendary Heroes, I think that arc was called. Soul of the Pura has been drawn. So Serenity's going to stack back life points here, but the effect of 200 life points per standby phase is only useful if you have something on your field to defend yourself. Otherwise, 200 life points disappears very quickly. So Niwatori takes a nod, since that was the card that Maya was defending, but it's been tributed, and it's the Harpy's Pet Dragon. 2000 attack, gains 300 attack and defense for each Harpy lady on the field. 6250 plays 6225 in life points. How often will you say that in Yu-Gi-Oh? I believe it is the first one, 6425 now. They were 25 life points apart. I don't believe I've ever seen that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Water Magician is played, Shadow of Eyes, which in the anime had its own kind of effect. Water Magician, I would go on a limb and say that it wouldn't work against Water Magician in the anime. However, the anime, especially for Duelist Kingdom, really just made the rules up as it went. So to the battle phase, Water Magician is stuck in attack mode. That's 600 off Serenity, 5825 for her, and she's only got a Dark Witch in hand. So a bit of a blend of fairies, bit of a blend of some of her animes. Hibikim is drawn, but it's only good for defense. Serenity has thrown it down, trying to keep her life points up. There's a Sky Scout at 1800 and Monster Reborn. Initially, we did put Cyber Harpy in Maya's deck and took out one of the Harpy ladies, but with Unfriendly Amazon and Sky Scout, we decided to take it back out because it gave Maya quite a few 1800s, and we were like, balance, so we just went with the original Harpies. 2000 with Harpy's Pet Dragon gets rid of Hibikim. 17 and 18 is 3500, which is going to come off Serenity. It's going to leave her with 2200, 2525. 2525? Huh. You do not see this often, but 7 tools of the Bandit. Well, it's going to be a Maya victory. It was a 34-turn match. It was an absolute marathon, and Serenity put up one hell of a battle. So Maya is going to be, she's going to be looking for a bonus point. Only one has been awarded so far. Sky Scout in for the attack. Serenity unable to block. Great effort though from Serenity. That was a mad match. Went for a long time. It was neck and neck. Both players threw attacks, but Serenity has been beaten in the end. Unfortunately though, if she kept that Spirit of the Harp on the field, she may have still been in it, but she took the chance. It just didn't pay off. But in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to take a risk now and then. Well, third match, Mai has picked up the season point, but now she is playing for a bonus point. Can she sweep Serenity 3-0, or will Serenity pick one back off of what is a tough opponent to start with? You still have Joey Wheeler up in the stands, supporting on his little sister, saying, "Don't give up yet, Serenity. You can still prevent Maya from getting a bonus point and increase my chances of finishing higher in the finals or something, if Joey makes the finals." To begin with, Joey and Serenity will have to play each other eventually. Serenity has started off with a face down defense, a Skull Red Bird. Another one of those classic winged beast monsters from, I believe that came out of the Metal Raiders booster pack, actually. I don't think that was Legend of Blue Eyes. Kanan the Swords Mistress was face down. A Queen Bird, Peacock available. Oh, Swords of Revealing Light. Thrown into Serenity's deck to symbolize her forever strength, her forever pull to the light, her resilience. Skull Red Bird, tributed for Peacock, 1700. And Follow Wind, so that'll put it to 2000. So Mai's she's off to a decent start here. 2000 attacker on the field. It'll take a little bit for Serenity to get over. Her strongest altogether is St. Joan. It's 2800, but she's got to have the fusion material. She's got Wing Weaver. That's 2750. So she does have some good monsters in her deck. There's One Day of Peace. Mai plays it straight away. She wants... Oh, there's Rush Recklessly as well. Oh, it is Reflection. It's not Refraction. Maybe it was... I'm sure I've seen it typed as Refraction before. It may have been a typo in one of the... Or maybe I've just got false memory. Okay, so Reflection. I mean, it makes sense that it's Reflection. Refraction, is that even a word? I don't think so. The Swords of Revealing Light is protecting Serenity here. We don't know what her face-down defense is. It could be Mystical Elf, it could be Spirit of the Harp. So Mai does have a Harpy Lady lurking in that hand as well. There's a tribute. It was Lady of Faith that was face down. Dark Lord Marie. Serenity always had faith. She never lost faith in her big brother. Her big brother come through and got 3 million, which apparently must have all went onto an operation. Then again, 3 million, if you count that in yen, 3 million yen is about $30,000 in Australia. Mystical Space Typhoon has been activated. It's targeted Rush Recklessly. Mai has just played it. It is a quick play. So Serenity's going in for the attack here. She played Rush Recklessly herself. She powered up Dark Lord Marie. It got to 2400. Mai played Rush Recklessly herself, putting her Peacock to 2700. It was targeted by Mystical Space Typhoon, but it didn't work. That was Mask of Weakness that Mai just played down as well. Queen Bird now has been chosen to replace Fiend Reflection number 2. That's a 2000 defense. Mai boosting up her field, but she still can't attack, but she has managed to keep the pressure on Serenity. Dark Lord Marie will not be strong enough to stay on the field unless Serenity powers it up or finds another means to defend it. So an exchange of Rush Recklessly and a Mystical Space Typhoon netted nothing for Serenity. She goes with a face-down defense, and she does go in for the attack. Mai doesn't need to activate her Mask of Weakness. It's definitely not a card you want to waste. Queen Bird at 2000 defense. There's Polymerization for Mai. She would need Niwatori and Blue-Winged Crown to get Punished Eagle, 2100. Spirit of the Books is played 1400. And 2000 now, staring down Dark Lord Marie, and it has been destroyed. Serenity will be able to gain 200 life points per standby phase. Lady Panther has also just been destroyed. I believe Lady Panther was a card that she played in the Virtual Arc when she was in the 3v1. There it is, Dark Lord Marie gives Serenity back 200 points. I believe Rebecca also used Dark Lord Marie. There is a face down from Serenity. Is she running out of options? Mai could be winning 3-0 here. There's Harpy Lady's Sisters. Elegant Egotist would be handy for her now. But, okay, she's played Harpy Lady. She put Queen Bird to attack as well. No, she's left Queen Bird in defense. Probably a good decision. actually, to leave that in defense. And, oh, there we go. 2,000 defense for Serenity. She's got 3 of them in her deck. The Unforgiving Maiden. Serenity's Resilience. The defensive resilience is paying off. She'll gain another 200 life points. And the Banner of Courage. 200 points during battle phase. It's I know it's a warrior type monster, but the Banner of Courage kind of symbolizes Serenity's courage that she showed to go through her eye operation. Also, most of Serenity's lower monsters aren't that strong. Banner of Courage gives them just a bit of a boost. There's also no field card in Serenity's deck, so Banner of Courage kind of acts as that 200 point buffer that the other characters would get with that field card, because Serenity's monsters are all various types, so a field card doesn't work as well. That's why Banner of Courage was also used. It's the mentality of trying to keep things as even as possible. And here we go, Saint Joan has been fused together using Goddess with the Third Eye. Serenity's deck leader, and that was part of its ability, was to be able to... that was part of its ability, wasn't it? To be able to pull fusion material. Alright, Saint Joan has just destroyed Peacock. It gets to 3,000. Although Banner of Courage is only during Serenity's battle phase, so it's also got that drawback as well. Thunder of Ruler. So Serenity, it's likely to skip a battle phase. Drollbird has been played face down. Spirit of the Books to defense as well. Queen Bird and Harpy Lady still on the field. You would think that Serenity would go after Harpy Lady. However, Thunder of Ruler is played, so Serenity will have to sit this battle phase out. But she's gaining life points with Dark Lord Marie in the graveyard. Serenity plays a face down defense and ends her turn. 2800 with Saint Joan isn't going anywhere. Maya has pulled her second Harpy Lady, but all she can do is sit and defend right now. Draw phase for Serenity, she's starting to look good. If she can get an extra monster or two on the field, build up some attack force, and start to pick off Maya's defenses. Oh, it's another tribute. It is the Beautiful Beast Trainer. We have seen it once this duel already. We got 1950 with the effect of Banner of Courage. This is targeted Harpy Lady. Maya does still have that Mask of Weakness, which is still, it's going to be tough because Saint Joan during the battle phase gets to 3,000, so it gets that extra 200 point buffer. So to get to 2,300, Maya would have to... Oh, there's Monster Reborn, but I don't think there's much for her to really bring back. See, now for example, if Maya had Rushed Recklessly... Oh no, Mask of Weakness is only an attacking monster. Oh, Serenity is looking good here. Maya has just thrown down another Harpy Lady. Even Harpy Lady's sisters wouldn't be able to do it here. In fact, if Maya had Rushed Recklessly and Mask of Weakness on the field together, she could play them both together to really reduce Saint Joan, but however, she has already played it. I believe Water Omotics has come to the field. Shared card between Serenity and none other than Johnny Steps. Be good to see him in action. We haven't seen any duels from Johnny Steps on this channel yet. How will Johnny do in his first tournament? Water Omotics has destroyed Spirit of the Books. Saint Joan has destroyed Queen Bird, and it's looking bleak for Maya now. It looks like Serenity may stop Maya from getting a bonus point. Be a hell of an effort if she does. There's Wabaku. So Maya will be safe for a turn. Serenity stacking and stacking life points. So the longer this duel goes, the harder and harder it gets for Maya, or for any opponent, if Dark Lord Marie is in the graveyard. While it's in the graveyard, I will refer to it as Marie the Fallen One, as it just sounds more fitting. And oh, the Wing Weaver has come to the field. 2750. It's a bit of a risk. But then again, we have removed the Dark Holes because, well, we've removed destruction cards that do all of the opponent's monsters, because the opponent can play beautifully and then just get flipped by just one card. I think Yugioh has the only one, with being a Mirror Force. But Offerings to the Doomed fills that void of you can still... Offering to the Doomed makes you skip a draw phase, but Offering to the Doomed is kind of like Hammershot and Fissure in one. Fissure will do the lowest attack only, Hammershot will do the highest attack only. Offerings to the Doomed, you get to pick, so it's more strategic as well. Now, Soul Taker is another fun one as well. That gives the opponent... we thought about Soul Taker as well. That may even go in at some point. With, like, the decks throughout the first round, and maybe the second, there'll be an addition here and there as we... there was a comment, I think it might have been SCH292, suggested a few cards. For player specific, Soul Taker suits Bakura, for example. Fissure kind of suits the dinosaurs, the Wasteland users, etc. Hammershot is... Hammershot's almost kind of like a Toon kind of looking card. You can just picture a Toon that's pulling out a big hammer and just bopping the head. Birdface played face down, and it's looking very good for Serenity. It looks like she may only be a few turns away from picking up a win. Again, marathon match, 27 turns so far. These two, if they played again, it's anyone's match. So Queen's Knight put in to symbolize that Serenity is a queen and she is a warrior at heart. Mask of Weakness has just been played. It'll put Queen's Knight to 1,000. Well, actually, Mai has to. If she doesn't, she will lose on this turn. As the combined strength of Wing Weaver and St. Joan is 5950. Mai only has 4,000 life points. She's got a Harpy Lady, but for what good it might do her now. There's 3,000 off Mai. She's down to her final 1,000 points. And it's Mystical Space Typhoon, which is thrown down. It will get rid of the Banner of Courage, but nothing is going to defer Serenity's courage in this match. She's only got a Harpy Lady to get through. There is... Oh, there we go. There's Monster Reborn. Mai's thrown it down anyway. Might as well give it a run. She's picked the Forgiving Maiden. It's a 2,000 defense, so she'll have to attack with one of her stronger monsters. So strategically, that is still the best move, but it's all over here. Well, Serenity is going to pick up a win after she finalizes this turn. It's a great win. It was a gutsy win. It was a hard-fought battle to prevent Mai from picking up a bonus point. And oh, look at that! Serenity had a Monster Reborn herself, so she had a backup if she got into trouble. At 2,800, 2,750 with Wing Weaver. She's just pulled back one of Mai's Harpy Ladies. I think just to give that little bit of an extra rub, just to say, I got that one win against you though, Mai. And she uses the Harpy Lady to finish Mai off. Statement sent, message received. However, Mai does win the season point, but she misses out on her bonus point with that encouraging effort from Serenity. She does pick up at least one win out of the 3. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and as always, thanks for leaving the comments as well. In the next match, it is going to be, I just need to pull the bracket up. Johnny Steps will make his debut against Chumlee. Rebecca also has Taya as well. So the battle for Yugi Moto's heart. Well, thanks for tuning in again as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.